Hi everyone. So the last week I did the keto diet, and basically what the keto diet is you're limited to, so it kind of changes, but ultimately like 50 carbohydrates a day. Some of them will be like 20 carbohydrates a day on some of those plans. It's supposed to be a high fat, high protein diet. So I did it for a week, and then I have been kind of doing diets other places. So it's one where people are like, oh man, I lost so much weight from it, and things like that, where I was like, okay, let me give this a try and see how it is. So there's a lot of like companies that will kind of give you some meal plans. You can kind of find some examples out there. I did a company that had the meals kind of shipped to you, and that so they're pre-made meals that were supposed to be the keto, and these are the pictures that they advertised. And this is what I got. So needless to say, with this meal plan, I was kind of really like, ugh, because they just kind of threw on like this mystery sauce. They didn't have the nutrients on it. So I guess I needed to be like a little bit more wary as a customer. Like I think they have like good marketing and they're trying to promote their products. So like kind of like their marketing and social media is really good, of like, they're like did like a thank you email and stuff like that. So not bad there for their customer service. So I think I am gonna kind of like email them just to let them know, like, I ordered like 14, 15 meals from you and only ate 5, because that's how much I could physically eat of it. Like, not knowing what's kind of in something sometimes, I'm like, at least give me a name of like what the sauce is. But on the packaging it would just be like chicken. So you'd have these vegetables, and it was kind of like this hodgepodge of vegetables. So you had like this like broccoli and cauliflower that kind of had this like herbness on it, and the majority of them like had it. And then like some of them had like turnips, and it was kind of like they were all cooking in one pot, where like I don't think turnips was necessarily meant to be in everything, but it was ending up in everything. And like turnips just have like such a strong taste, so to have like 5 days of turnips where everything kind of tastes the same is not the greatest. Like, I'm more so like, let vegetables be vegetables. So just kind of with the meal plan, definitely really upset with that. And like I was like, keto diet is like a high fat diet, where like any plans that you see, they like talk up avocados and bacon. And even in one of like their pictures of the meal, they kind of show bacon wrapped meatballs. Where is my bacon? That's all I'm saying. I wanted some bacon, right? And it wasn't there. Like, I get like they're going to be like healthier meals, but I felt like I didn't feel like, where's the fat content? So if you're giving me a chicken breast with some of that sauce, like that sauce can't possibly be that fatty enough to kind of meet that keto level of fat that I need to, and stuff like that. And then like just eating like a mystery sauce where you're like, it doesn't really have a flavor. Like they had a reddish one and then a white one, and the white one almost kind of seemed to me like having a sour cream base. So just overall a little weird. Like, so basically I had chicken breast with white or red sauce on it, like chorizo sausage, which the sausage was nice. They had like roast beef almost, and like not bad for that. The roast beef, but like definitely the chorizo and roast beef wasn't that bad. I think they had ground beef that I was just like, no. Like, I was just going, by the end of it, like one meal, and like that was hard to eat. Like, it took me the full day to kind of go through and eat it, just because I was like, I don't want to eat this. right? And like, I'm a big girl. I like eating food. So to kind of get that is like, and I'm not really a picky eater, but I'm not someone who can eat the same thing over and over again. So I guess I really like need to make sure I never go to prison or something like that, because I can't survive on prison food. Yes, I'm calling your food prison food. It was like, and it also shipped 1 day a week. So I definitely think if you're looking for those meal plans, definitely find one that is going to ship twice a week. So that way you're getting things fresh, because I did have to kind of put them in the freezer. Like they said 5 days, but realistically like 72 hours is what's kind of like safe. Like maybe don't do those foods. And like I did only eat them fresh, right? And like they were still like the quality of a frozen dinner. So really disappointed in that. When it came to the keto-ness of it, you kind of almost get like, they say you'll get like the keto flu potentially. So that's just where you feel bad. But I actually got sick while doing it. So I definitely think the keto diet's not worth it. So you're basically putting yourself into a diabetic like coma, right? Building like ketones that's supposed to help you like burn fat more than other things, but like you just get that buildup in your liver. So it's not necessarily a healthy one to do. And like my mom is a dietitian, so she worked with like diabetes for the length of her career and that. So she was kind of like, she's laughing at me with it about doing it, because it's really not one of those best ones to do. But she's like, you know what, for a week, you're young, it's really not gonna hurt you because you don't have any of those health risks. So definitely make sure, like, if you're gonna do some of those diets, speak to like a doctor, just because like anything that doesn't kind of follow like your Canadian food guide and things like that, it's best to kind of just get checked out to make sure you're going to be safe doing it. So getting sick with it, like anything that makes you feel bad and they're like, oh, like, you know, just keep going with it, you'll get over this hump. Like, no, I don't want to feel bad when I'm doing it. Like my juice cleanse, like I'll feel hungry, I might get like a headache, and that's when I know it's that point to like stop doing it. But I just get a sense of like mental clarity as I do it, and like it's not that bad for me. Versus like this, I was like, why am I getting sick doing this? Like when I'm getting sick, I don't want to exercise, like I'm not doing as well. And definitely any diet that's like limiting your fruits, potentially your vegetables, like fruits and vegetables are amazing for you. Like, so not having that really, wasn't something that I would kind of like keep with and follow. Like anyone who's kind of doing that keto diet, I think you're crazy, just putting it out there. And then like it did kind of, like I wasn't regular with it. So like I was just kind of getting my system from doing like meal plans. Like I was regular, and then to not be, and really like I was just so dehydrated. Like my lips, I'm still trying to build back. Like my skin just felt tight and dehydrated. And I was probably drinking about 4 to 5 liters of water a day, which is like normally I try and do like 2.5, right? I think for the most part you're supposed to do like 1.5 to, so I think maybe you're supposed to do, because you're supposed to do like 8 cups of water. So like that's like 4 water bottles. So you're supposed to do about like 2 liters a day, maybe 3 liters, right? So definitely like well over that and still being dehydrated, like not worth it. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Like I'm feeling crappy, but I better lose like a shit ton of weight, because people will be like, oh yeah, I lost all this weight. But basically like all your kind of would be losing is kind of maybe like water weight and things like that. And since I've already done some of those diets, like I don't have that. So the fact of not being like, I didn't like it, like, so feeling poopy, not pooping, and then just looking poopy because like my skin's so dry. I don't recommend it. And then when I'm looking at those results, so I lost 3 pounds from it. So really, I could have just been eating normally and lost that weight. So like just kind of eating like those healthy meals, like I lost 11 pounds of like, you know, stuff like that. So some of it when they're like, oh, I lost so much weight. No, you're going to lose weight doing any kind of diet the first time because you're just getting your body back to maybe like a healthier state. So those keto people who are like, oh, I lost so much weight, you can tell them like any diet will do that, right? And then I lost 1/2 inch from my bust, 1 inch from my waist, and 1 inch from my hips. So losing those inches was nice, but even from like my juice fasting, like I lost it. So I rather like continue, like I rather do a juice fast over the keto diet and stuff like that. So losing like 2.5 inches in a week. I would just like not necessarily recommend this diet and things like that, because I don't think it's really worthwhile. And then just like one of those like disclaimers out there, like if you are okay with your body, like no one should be doing anything kind of like unhealthy like a week. Like I'm not going to cause irreversible damage to myself, but I definitely think like we live in such a society that judges how you look, and that like you just want to make sure you're comfortable with how you look. So you know what, you can be a size 00 and love yourself. You could be a size like 24 and love yourself. Like for me, I'm just noticing like I'm not able to do everything that I would want to do. For like there's weight restrictions on things, and like I'm like, oh, like I'm not meeting that weight restriction, and I'd really like to kind of do some of these activities where like that's just affecting like my self-esteem. So I think like just finding whatever kind of what's going to motivate you to be healthy in your life and stuff like that. And I definitely think like I was just feeling uncomfortable how I was, that I wanted to like make that change. And like it is more so for like being healthy than whatever you want. Like you know what, I think even if I don't think I would ever fit into that kind of body mass index chart, just because like my sister didn't, and she's like skinnier, like she's skinny, and like even when she was like grossly skinny, she was still like over her weight. So like just naturally I don't think my body type would be that, but I just want to be somewhere where I feel comfortable with myself, and I just want to kind of do this journey because it's helping motivate me to stick with it, because I'm someone who like I can start off really strong on diets and then I'm just like I'll plateau and then I'm like that's it, right? So it's definitely like easier to eat those poutines and things like that. So just have willpower, and sharing is my tool to help myself continue with this. But definitely if you're someone looking to like exercise more and be healthier, I think it does create a group. So like if anyone wants to be like Fitbit friends and stuff like that, or like MyFitnessPal, like let's do this kind of together, because I think it just makes it a lot easier to celebrate, like for everyone to celebrate our success or your success. Like to have a group kind of backing you just makes it better. So I don't mean to offend anyone, and you know, you can enjoy how you are and that's perfectly fine, but allow me to kind of celebrate my journey through this. And like it is, like it's something tough, like it's something that I've gone through kind of like my whole life, and like it just affects you and things like that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this series and stuff like that. And definitely if any of you guys are trying to diet, let me know, because or just kind of live that healthier lifestyle, let me know, because I like trying those different things. And I think everything always works better when you have that group support. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.